Next up, at UFC Vegas 101, we have a fight that is surprisingly early on the fight card. We got Thiago Moises taking on Trey Ogden in what could be a grappler's delight on both sides. We got Thiago Moises, 18-8 in his career. He is 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that loss to Ludovic Klein. What are you laughing at?
Someone said, I threw away my Angelo body pillow.
Where'd you find a dumpster big enough? Angelo's fat. Beat you to it. Now you can't do it. We got Trey Ogden on the other side. Trey Ogden, 18-6 in his career. 3-1-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that underdog. Please don't come back with some dumbass outfit. That underdog win. Thiago Moises, tried and true at this point. Very slick grappler. Does a really good job staying dangerous while being composed. Meaning, if he gets a fight to the ground, he'll keep the position. And he's still working for submissions, but he's not going wild. He's not losing it entirely. He's primarily a grappler who averages about 2 takedowns per fight. He does have some technical striking. He can hang with most people. He'll use those low kicks to set up takedowns. Surprisingly young, given his experience. You run through his resume, he's fought a who's who, and he's only, 31? Something like that. We'll see in the next slide here. He's taking on Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden's an athletic grappler. Solid takedowns, decent power in his hands. He is absolutely a grappler, but if you run through the fight tape, you do the research, you do the tape study, use our tools for the tape index, you'll see that there have been many occasions where he gets a submission, but he dropped the person with his hands first. So there is some power in there, and he can strike. His takedowns are really well timed. He does a good job lowering his level, shooting blast doubles, and running.
Big hands.
You fucking loser, bitch.
Oh, big hands. Son of a $10 a month. $10 a month. $10 a month.
You're a fucking asshole. What an absolute fucking asshole, man. He's a 5'8" ginger. Okay? I'll be 6'3" and a little heavy. I'll take that any day of the week. 6'3" and a little heavy, or a 5'8" ginger. Which would you rather be? Those are your choices. I can lose the weight. Your best chance is just for men and some lifts. Ass clown. That derailed my whole thought process here. I think Trey Ogden can win this fight. I think Trey Ogden has been evolving quite nicely. I think Trey Ogden can get the takedowns. I think Trey Ogden can control some of the grappling exchanges. I think Trey Ogden has shown us that he can be a bit of a dog. Thiago Moises is far more accomplished. Thiago Moises is probably the better fighter. If you break down each individual piece and tie it together into a fighter, he's got more experience. His grappling is certainly more dangerous. But I think Trey is the better wrestler. And I think if he can come forward, get the takedowns, control, I don't see Thiago submitting Trey Ogden, not in 2025. So I think Trey Ogden can sneak this out and get it done. I've got a little bit of a bet on Trey Ogden as well. I got him at plus 145. These odds have been bouncing all over the place, up and down. But that's where I stand. What do you think?
Did you even mention that your odds are available?
Oh, I did not mention that. Damn it.
After this breakdown, you can't.
Oh, God, I should have made a slide.
Yeah,
fucking
that was
shit. Damn it. Damn it.
Let me just say this. I was definitely a Trey Ogden hater. We got another Apex story for you. I picked Kurt Hollaball. I can't remember if I bet. I don't think I bet Kurt Hollaball, but I was pretty vocal about Kurt Hollaball being able to beat Trey Ogden. I just thought he was going to be able to out-grapple. While Trey kind of had the wrestling advantage, I just thought the jiu-jitsu was going to be high-level enough. And Trey Ogden absolutely neutralized that. I said it was an Apex story because I was very vocal in that fight. As you guys know, when I'm at the Apex, I get very vocal during the fights.
I legit am worried I'm going to be embarrassed.
And I was... if you're busy. I was literally like, and not like in a mean way, but I'm like definitely rooting for Kurt. Like, come on, Kurt, he's nothing. He's got nothing for you. You know, that type of rooting.
Not in a mean way. He's nothing.
He's a bum. He's a bum. But literally, like that type of, but obviously, you know, I'm trying to fire up the fighter that I want to win or whatever. And the fight ends or whatever. And obviously, Trey did a great job and pretty much dominated that fight, the wrestling and the grappling. And I think that plays a big part in this fight. But after it got done, the people next to me were saying something about, I can't remember how it got brought up or whatever. And they were talking about the fight. I was like, yeah, I was really hoping Kurt was going to win. Like, oh yeah, we were rooting for Trey, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, we're Trey's parents. I was sitting right next to Trey Ogden's parents. They're like, yeah, that's Trey Ogden's our son. I was like, I go, oh my god, I felt so bad. Like, I'm so sorry. I just wanted, I don't really care. And they're like, no, it's fine. Like, it's fine. We get it or whatever. And I was like, I told him, I was like, he looked fucking great. And when I break down a guy like Trey Ogden, when you watch him fight, there's moments where you're like, what is this guy? And then there's moments of almost brilliance in his takedowns, the timing of his takedowns, and his control when he's on top of people. I actually reached out to Nicholas Mata, friend of the channel now, right? I picked him as my lock of the week. I reached out to Nicholas Mata because he fought Trey Ogden. There was the no contest with the non-submission, stuff like that. But I asked him, like, what makes Trey Ogden weird? And he was like, this guy just kind of avoids car crashes, right? And that's kind of what you need in fights to hurt a guy. And I kind of brought it up to him. I was like, to me, it seems like Trey Ogden always fights at his own pace. He doesn't try to match pace. He doesn't give a fuck about what the other person's going to do. He's going to bide his time, right? If he's getting beat up a little bit, he's getting beat up, but he's going to wait to get that takedown, to time that takedown. And Nicholas Mata was like, that's exactly right. He literally just does his own thing and doesn't worry about what you're doing. And I think that's one of his biggest assets, right? He's just in the striking. He's just going to pump the jab out there. He's not looking at big shots to knock you out, doing things. He's just going to keep the jab on you. He's going to keep that pressure. He's going to time some takedowns. And if he gets the takedowns, he's shown he's got some really high level control at this point in his career. So I like Trey Ogden here as the dog. I think he can just, I think he can jab his way to a victory. I know a lot of people probably think it's takedown or bust, but I think in the strike he can just keep the range with the jab. But if he's getting the takedowns, he's definitely going to win this fight, and I think he can get those takedowns. So I'm on Trey Ogden here, and I feel pretty good about it.
Dude, him beating Loic Radzhabov in his last fight was an incredible win. That's a great win, dude. Loic is good.
Right, and what's funny about that too, and I don't think that he was bringing some crazy pressure. I don't think Thiago's not really like a pressure guy, so I think he's going to be able to stay at range and find what he needs. But if you watch, this is what real men do, okay, and I mentioned it in Discord, is you watch like the beginning of that second round of the Trey Ogden-Loic fight and still bet Trey Ogden. Because there was like a minute and a half where he's just getting pressured against the fence and his hands aren't even like this. They're like kind of up and he's getting hit and he kind of looks like he's just kind of running away and stuff. And it's like, Trey, is this guy about to fucking like give up? But he just, like I said, he just kind of stays in his own zone. He doesn't get overwhelmed. And then all of a sudden it's just, whoop, level change, Loic's down, and then he just wins the round. It's like, Jesus,
four
man.
takedowns.
He doesn't get overwhelmed. If you pressure him, he's just going to time a takedown and get it in control. So I like Trey.
No, I've been, he's been quietly putting together some really nice wins and stringing all this.
He just always winning. Well, it's crazy. Like,
honestly, it is crazy. Nobody gives him credit. Yeah.
Right. And it sounds bad, but every time I watch him, I'm like, how does this guy? And then he just fucking just always wins. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to ride that train.
There you go. Well, Jakey Boy and I both on the underdog here. $8,300 in DraftKings Fantasy versus $7,900. I will shoot my shot on that $7,900 because A, he's the more affordable fighter, and B, I think he gets the takedowns. If you do want to check out all the picks, the bets, the tools, the DraftKings plays, every single freaking thing that we do, which is way more than we can list right here, you can do so now. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. It's $10 for an entire month. That is multiple events worth of access. You can access every single thing from the web on a computer, from the web on your phone, or from the app. Go to the App Store, search We Want Picks, download the app. The full experience from the web is available on the app with push notifications. Check it all out now, WeWantPicks.com.
Let me tell the story.
Wait, hold on.
Don't say what it is, because I want to tell the story to say what it is.
Elias says, somebody said, why does he deal with Jacob? I think he only deals with it. Jacob's my friend in real life. Like real life, we were friends long before this channel. We'll be friends long after it. Unless he just embarrasses me so badly at the Apex.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, I knew it. Have my heart.
Fucking loser.
All right, you want me to tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we have a fun little thing here that you guys can check, and I'll tell you what the story is. So I was going on Bet Online, and I was looking at the futures, right? Because I think it's fun just to throw some money at some futures or whatever, and just kind of going through. And then I realized while I'm looking at futures, I'm betting a few futures that my guy, the channel's guy. And by the way, go check out his vlog. He's doing a vlog coming up for his next fight is Youssef Zalal. So I'm looking at all the futures. I'm like, I want to throw a couple bucks at Youssef Zalal at featherweight because he's about to fight the number 10 10 guy, and if he's an outside guy, top 10, if there's Ilya leaves the division and all of a sudden there's a couple turnovers, it's like he's got like a decent shot. Even if Ilya is still the champ, he's got that storyline, whatever. So if you go on BetOnline, you can like ask to add people. I did it with Amanda Hebos last year for the 115, and then she went to 125 and kind of fucked me out of $500 or something like that. But you can ask to add people, and they'll occasionally add people. So I asked them to add Youssef, and they're like, yeah, we'll try to add Youssef for you. And that was in Discord talking to people, and I was thinking, oh my God, what if I asked them to add me and I was able to bet on myself to be and what a storyline that would be. And I started typing in, can you add Jacob? And then I thought, oh my God, they know my name's Jacob. They're going to be like, why would he add you to the thing? So I was like, fuck, I can't add myself. And I was like, oh, I know who we can add. Big Angie boy. So I typed in the BetOnline little chat. I said, kind of an obscure name, but can I get some odds added for a heavyweight Angelo Bodetti to be the UFC champion at the end of 2025? And they're like, sure, we'll add it. And I didn't know if they were going to actually, because I assume they have to research a little bit to figure out the odds or whatever. But sure as shit, about a day and a half later, I refresh the future odds. And if you go right now to BetOnline, you can bet on Angelo to be the heavyweight champion of the UFC at the end of 2025. It's absolutely incredible. And people started betting it. I mean,
the line moved. I bet it. I bet on myself.
I bet on you.
They capped me at $13.
yeah. I think they opened him at plus 8,000 odds, the same odds as Tai Tuivasa. I bet it. Angelo bet it. We bet it enough to trigger the odds to be locked. And when the odds get locked, it'll move his name up the list. So at one point, we had the screenshot. The odds for to be the UFC champion at the end of 2025 said Tom Aspinall at like minus like 120, whatever he is. Angelo Bodetti, but it says Bodette because they forgot your I. Angelo Bodetti locked odds, and then John Jones at plus 2, whatever. So literally the top 3 names for the heavyweight champion future bets on BetOnline was fucking Tom Aspinall, Angelo, and John Jones. Sandwiched between them.
Right now my odds are plus 7,500. I have better odds right now than Tai Tuivasa, who's plus 8,000. According to the sports books, I have more of a chance to become the UFC heavyweight champion this year than Tai Tuivasa does. Ride that train. Get your tickets, boys. I have so many screenshots. I bet on myself. I'm gonna print my bet slip and I'll put it in my office. It's pretty cool.
Funny.
It's
and people
stupid.
I think somebody was like, "Oh, the books are gonna get pissed." Like they just got free money.
It's literally free money. Yeah. Why would they get mad? They just took $13 from me and whoever else did it. Yeah. Literally free money.